Good morning, Brew Crew. It is March 5th, 2026. How about that? March already. Moving right along, right? Oh, boy. So, what we got in here this morning? Thomas, morning. Is it too sweet? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. But hello, good morning. Welcome in. Be real, Daryl. So while you work, I'll be tuning in while driving. Thumbs up. All right, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that as always. We had Grandpa Rails in here. Morning, Jeff, JD. Ronald. Morning, Ronald. Stormy Sky. Let's see. Dave and everyone else, good morning. Stormy Dave should be in here. Stormy Dave should also be in here. I have a dental appointment to go to in a bit. Steve. Hi, Steve. I got the flyer from you. I'm going to post that up here in a second. Yeah. There's Chris. Tennessee River Union. Just stopping in real quick before I walk into the doctor's office to say hi. Okay. I appreciate you popping in, buddy. Steve Childers, good morning. James, Dundas Junction. Hi, James. Stand by. I think I got it back on the track. I wasn't going to run a train on the lower level this morning. At least I've been doing work, and I thought I cleaned all the mess up. But apparently I did not. And I just noticed I was pushing a lid around one of the bottles of scenery material. So, anyhow, where was I? So, I got James. Saying, Stu Structures. Good morning, Stu. FERC Scott. Good morning, Scott. There's Joe Rader. Good morning, Joe. We'll meet and greet this spring. We'll meet up at a RFM platform in Crofton, Kentucky. I want to come watch the CSX and Henderson Sun. All right, well, when you get some more details on that, you feel free to post it in here, okay? You can do a video or something on that too, you know. Ohio West Virginia Railroad. I believe that is the new name for the Astoria Model Railroad Club. So Mike and his brother Nick. Morning, guys. Oh, I guess if I read the comment, change the name on YouTube. Used to be Astoria Model Railroad Club. Wow. What a knucklehead that I am. Yeah, so I like the new name. I really do. Hey, Dan. Good morning. Got to hang out with Dan a couple times over this last week. Really, went to the Kaya. Let me get it right. Cuyahoga Valley Transfer Model Railroad Club, the open house. Say that right? Terminal, not transfer, terminal. Cuyahoga Valley Terminal on Saturday. Went to that open house. It was really cool. We're making some good progress. Bench work, it looks like, is basically the first level's basically in. Starting to do some track work, so it's getting there. They're able to run a train short distances. So we're getting there. Then I went to a business meeting Tuesday night. So a couple more meetings and I'll officially be able to join the club. So I'm looking forward to that. I think I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet. I found a group of guys, seemed like a pretty good group of guys. Get along real well with Dan. Tom, I've met a few times. Met him once prior, but then I've met him a couple more times now. And a group of guys. And if you want to, I didn't unfortunately grab it. If you want to throw the website or whatever up, feel free to throw that in the comments for the club. Let's see, Model and Steel on HO. I like that. You shortened it up, but I like it. It rolls off the tongue a little simpler. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Yeah, I got it. Really don't. I'll get it, man. I'm new. I get it. That CVRR is actually doing their scenic railroad this time. This year on Nickel Plate 767. Cuyahoga Valley Railroad. That is a nice, there you go. Thanks, Dan. Yes, if anyone wants to check that out, this is I think, your third variation of it. Maybe more than that. Been around a while, but this is due to having to move, It's unacceptable, Dan. I think attention should be here. Get your priorities straight. I just am looking behind my head. Oh, that mess on the top. I was working in that corner. You kind of see the church back there. If I can get the right camera, I don't know which one it is. There it is. So I got that diorama in place. Set back in there. I can't really get any closer. Go sneak peek from here, but kind of got that corner. Of course, I have to do the scenery around it, in front of it and all that, and ballast and all that. But it is removable. It comes out. This one tree here on the left, this green fuzzy tree, I just noticed that the trains are actually hitting it. So I might have to readjust that. Push it back a little bit. Well, yeah. Came out nice. I did a little funeral scene here. I get the church in. It is lighted. I just haven't connected it yet, but it is lighted. Thanks, Ronald. Thanks, Dan. Sacramento, West Virginia, the CNO, and also a little bit of west of the Virginia line. Okay. Well, makes sense. Because you were running it up around that Fostoria area, wasn't your layout kind of based up around that area at first? So, morning, Floyd. Get him, Floyd. couple guys said it. That's funny. There's Stormy Dave. Nope, what? So yeah, that's basically what I've been working on last weekend. I had a long weekend. Like I said, Saturday I went down to the open house. But I was there, got there. I don't know, it was from 10 to 4. I think I got there by about 11. I don't remember now. And it's about 35 minutes or so from me. But I like that they're still in their rebuild stage, so I could hopefully be helpful and maybe learn some things. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm modeling loosely, just the general area, just to have a what do you want to call it? Some realism as far as like places on the layout, things like that. But yeah, I will be doing an update. I have a lot more to do in this area. I'm still debating on what I want to do. I'm going to try to move this camera so I'm going to mess it up. The water tower, which is another thing the train hit. And that just laying on the side. Had to move it. But this was kind of tentatively going to be like a veterans park right here. Thank you to Nathan DeLay's idea. And thank you guys came up with a lot of suggestions in that last video I put up on it. That's a good sized space. I'm debating if I want to put maybe my shopping center there or a gas station there. The idea I kind of liked about it was that it would kind of come out of the valley here. Ah, working on it. Jeez, I swear I hate these. Ah, there's no share like button. Thanks, Thomas. Hey, Bud Files. Good morning. Okay, I got that one. I forgot where I was at. Don't want to give Dave CR&E a bad rap. Bad rap for what? Oh, hit the like button. Yeah, appreciate it if you guys do. Hey, good afternoon, Lee. The dentist. Yeah, I have a haircut here after the show, so I won't be able to really go over anything today. Give derailments. Who do you call? I have a solution. It would be a neat collaboration. Well, I call my 050, pick it up and put it back on the track. You're an N scale? What you doing O scale, Thomas? Assuming this is Thomas. It's one of the 7 million names that you put up there. This was a video yesterday. Okay. Let me get a BLI Virginia 282 Mikado from her birthday. It's DC and DCC with sound. That's cool. Yeah, I won't be doing any kind of tech for the club. Let me tell you that much. Hey, Ray Ron. Good morning. Yeah, they're not usually too usable afterwards, but it's okay. I honestly am beginning to think it's more in the cables. But there's honestly no reason for it to do that. Just because I picked up the camera stand and moved it, the camera's mounted. It's not like it's just willy nilly hanging there, you know. It's mounted on the stand, you know. Morning, everyone from foggy Chicago. Boy, we were foggy yesterday morning here in Cleveland. Super foggy. Till about, I don't know, 11:30 or so. We try this again. Uh, all right. Now, so this area to the right, I was going to do the like Memorial Park kind of thing, which would look cool, kind of coming out of the valley there with the bridge. You know what I mean? I just kind of continue that on around the park area, which is definitely an idea. But it's a bigger area, so I was thinking maybe that shopping plaza that I did, or a gas station right here. I can still do some scenery around it, you know. And then I'll have, you see how the road curves in front of the church? Right there in that little corner to the right of that road, I'm going to have a grove of trees or something there to kind of block the end of that road so you don't really see it. And I'll probably do some more up in the front here by that tan colored tank. So then you see the prime trucks. That's on the other side of the road. So maybe more in that area. Maybe I'll do that. Like a smaller memorial park. I don't know if I want to, like, this could be a nice scene here. It could either be a nice scenic scene or it can be, I don't know. That's what I mean. This whole area has been a mystery to me. And that's why I've kind of like jumped around and gotten away from it. Okay. Yeah, Dan. Hey, like I told you the other day, you're more than welcome to come up whenever. That's one of the things I'm hoping to learn is some of this wiring and blocking and all that kind of stuff. But these cables, I don't know. I'm thinking it might be the computer's new. I kind of went off of other guys' recommendations on what to buy, like because I do the live streaming and that. I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't have gone with a desktop, but at the same time, I wanted it to be more easily movable. I guess I could have put the tower somewhere else. And I'm on Wi-Fi. I don't have a way to wire solid in. I don't think, but it's annoying. It's fine once I get them in place. Usually, it's when I start picking them up and trying to move them. I don't know if it's I'm not getting enough power somehow or whatever to the cameras. And they're just cheapy cameras. They're nothing fancy. Except for my main camera. That's a Logitech 922 or something, or 920, whatever. So that one's a little more fancy, I guess. Anyway, there's a sneak peek for you guys that come in here on Thursday mornings. Let's see, what's this camera here? More of the engine facility. I don't think I removed that camera from the last week. You see trains up there on the top running. Probably kick that car off of there. Come back here. Got the cleaning car on. Things get dusty down here, especially when I'm doing work, you know. Scenery material around and everything else. So sometimes I feel like it just needs it. And I'm getting behind on the chat again. Shocker there. Joe, I haven't seen you post anything lately. Am I just not getting your notifications? Get them, grab the rails. Get them, JD. I think this is the 920. I think this is the 920. I'm not sure. This is 1080p. Not this one. The two or three other cameras I switched to, the other three are just some cheapy cameras I got off of Amazon. At the time, I think I paid maybe $10 a piece for them, and they work. They're not a terrible. That's not a bad picture or nothing. That's one of the cameras right there on the screen now that you're seeing. You haven't done nothing lately. Ain't done nothing lately. Okay. I just run some trains or something, man. I miss you, Joe. I miss you, man. I got my so there's that screen there. I've really been trying to hit that other area. What's this one? No, I just another angle of the engine facility. But I like to start getting back on there's a couple areas on the lower level. This one over there being one of them. I'd like to try to get at least some basic scenery, some basic ideas in there. It's just a weird area. Because this is just, I'm going to try to move this camera again. Whew, it didn't die. So just a straight area there. I don't know. Like I could do a row of businesses like that. Maybe do a row of houses I could do. It just seems kind of like not all that interesting. I do want to get down there one of these days. I had to see, maybe talk her in to let me go down maybe next winter. I don't know if I get to come down anytime sooner than that. Just, because I'd like to make, like a week-long trip out of it. Come see yours, go over to Roberts, hit the Train Freak on the way down, maybe. Steve Childers, just kind of do. I got my buddy Troy down there. I like to kind of just do like some layout tours, just visit a bunch of you guys. You know what I mean? Make like a nice week-long thing out of it. But when that will happen, I don't know. It's hard because the wife and I usually do vacations together. It's, money's only so much. Vacations cost a lot of money. Yeah. You guys are welcome to come up here too, Mike. That's what I'm saying. Maybe do it in the winter, get me out of here. Come down, I don't know. Maybe February, let the holidays all settle. Get out of here sometime mid-February. You know what I mean? Something like that. Get out of this cold weather. And then, I don't know. There's a thought. We'll see what happens. Oh, you have people over, James. I'd like to get up there and see yours, too. I'd like to get back up to see Mike and Sparky. And Mike started his layout over. He was talking about tearing it down and starting over. And I haven't really had a chance to speak too much with Mike. Actually, Mike. So any ideas are welcome on this. They got, the candy factory there and the chocolate factory in the corner. But I don't know. Like, maybe those are just the wrong buildings, and that's why I'm not seeing it. I could put a gas station. I got that Walder's modern, not the modern, Walder's, the original gas station, not the one they put out like a year ago. It looks like an old Shell station. That one's pretty cool too. Um, I don't know why gas station keeps coming to my mind. It's like I feel like I need to put that somewhere. Um, there's a whole area over here behind me. It's just an embarrassment. There's so much shit just thrown in there. It's on the other side of the swing gate. I'm not going to show it because it's very embarrassing. I'm going to build a staging yard for maintenance away in that spot. Well, I had to figure out how to put turnouts in there without making a mess. Or I could just, like you said, I guess I don't have to have, like, be rail served. It could just be a maintenance away for trucks and things like that. That's not a bad idea. And maybe that could be a small part of it, just have a little section of it, maybe over here to the left corner in front of the candy facility there, chocolate facility. And right there over the crossing and stuff, you know what I mean? We do like a little yard with a ballast or something and some work trucks and that. It's an idea. I like that idea. I'm not hating it. But I just don't see any real way to put in tracks in here. I don't really like the idea of moving too much of that around. Yeah, I have to move that tree. You see it moving there by the black tanker that just went by. We're hitting it. Damn it. Okay. I have to move it back a little bit. Unfortunately, had to glue everything in because it's removable and I didn't want things to, fundraiser children's breakfast program. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I was there once last June or something. I met Rick from Rick's Trains and Papa John was there. It was just the three of us. Can't remember who else showed up. But we went over there to the train club. They hadn't had any scenery or nothing done yet, but it was okay. Be interesting to see it now. Tracks on Mike wants a helix and a second level, Dave. Oh, that's cool. And what about you? You said helix. Is that helix for you for the spring? You going with a second level? Morning, Edward. Big Valley Hobbies. Good to see you. Make you look at my ugly mug again. So that's kind of where I'm at, with progress type stuff. If you notice, I've been trying to get more videos out. I promised Dwight I would get more videos out. Where is he at today? Somebody didn't wake him up. Or did I miss him? But to use the gas station, what about making a bigger truck stop for fueling rigs to take up space and use quite a few trucks? I just don't see it fitting in that area. All right. You're not going to see the area, but I'm going to embarrass myself here, so stand by. Again, you can't really see it that well, and the camera's like all crooked. I'm going to tighten this camera up. It's getting loose. And so you see all my bottles and stuff here, first of all. But that area there is, it's not as deep as the Deschler town above it. because that I had to put like a little kick wall in there to help support the upper level without having to put a bunch of like support rods and stuff in here. But I was thinking about doing the truck stop in there. It's a pretty big area. I was going to use that gas station for it. And I still may go that route. Like right now, it's just a staging area for all the junk that I don't know what to do with. Kind of get everything out of the way, but still have it handy. So that was kind of my plan, but now I'm thinking I almost would rather do maybe even do a just a neighborhood in there because I have a bunch of houses, and I always kind of liked that. Put in yards, and it's not really railroad related or anything, but I don't know, the truck stop might work. Kind of have it where they kind of pull in off the road and just, it's not very deep in there, in this area behind me. I couldn't park them perpendicular to the road. They'd be sticking out in the road. Let me see. He's bugging me. So, anyhow, hey, Delta 9, I don't think I said hi to you. Residential section, you mean over there where all that junk was, or over here by the road? That's what I mean. I get you up here. Because this may be a longer project than I think, because the ideas just aren't flowing. If you get time to come up, whether it be after or before the train show, wife's cool with it. I checked with her, just to let her know that's going to happen. And you think those are funny looking water towers where the bottles are. And I think it would give some nice room to put some roads and stuff in there and kind of have some, got to pull out all my houses. I got a couple 3D printed houses. I got to find them. I know. And see what will fit in there and how it would look. I always kind of like that. When I was a kid and I had my layout at home, I had a street. It was hard to explain it, but I had a street that you had to take a little road to go up to. Now, I don't think I'll be able to do that here. Maybe. I guess I could do some elevation in there. Anyways, the way the layout was, it was 12 feet long by 4 feet wide. So it butted up against the wall on the one end, so it was more like you had to walk around just three sides. You couldn't walk around the backside. But in my mom's, it was like a rec room. It was a living area, really. It wasn't like a dingy basement. But along the walls, it had like this little ledge that kicked out down the wall. It was paneled. So you had the wall came down and it kicked out. I think it was like a 6 or 8 inch ledge, and it went down. So that went around the whole room. Well, at least I think 2 walls of it. And so anyways, where that butted up, that 4-foot section, I used that ledge. So I had a road go up, and then I brought like a tunnel down over the tracks. And I used that as a road, and I put in a neighborhood. I think I had 4 or 5 houses up there, 3 or 4 houses, and like a cul-de-sac at the end of it. So the way I came out with the tunnel, I was able to, put a couple houses there. It was kind of cool, for being, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, whatever. I didn't do too bad. I think I have some Polaroids of that somewhere. I don't remember where I put them, though. Get them, JD. It'd be interesting to pull those out. If I could find them, I'll pull them out and I'll try to, I don't know if I could scan them or take a picture of them and show them. but I think it'd be kind of cool to show. Even as a kid, I had ideas, and it wasn't what a man said. Um, I think I wasn't as concerned about being so perfect with everything, and that's the problem I'm having now. Is I'm trying to make everything look 100% perfect. Prototypical as I can be, and make it look like it's supposed to be there. I just say, you have a kid layout, and it says, okay, I'm going to throw a house here, I'm going to throw a freight station next to it, I'm going to throw a bank over there, or this over here, and nothing's just willy nilly. Nothing really makes a lot of sense sometimes, but it works somehow. I took the track plan, believe it or not, from Model Railroader for the Jerome and Southwestern or whatever it was from John Olson, I think, did that layout. It was a small layout, it was 4x8 or something. And they had this track plan in there. So I had redid it. I loved that layout, man. I thought it was like the coolest thing, man. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He was real big. Anyhow, I did my best with it. For a kid, trains never ran great. Part of it was the shitty track, not keeping it clean, the old locomotives we used to have to run, not knowing how to work on those things, and not knowing a lot about how to keep them clean and all that kind of stuff. All the mining in Ohio, how about a strip mine scene where the bottles are? High rock faces, conveyor belts, mining show. That's not a bad idea, is it? See, I'm mining middle flat ass Ohio, man. Haphazard is how what the real world works. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, I think sometimes I get like in my head. I get in my own head. You get like a writer's block or something, and you can't see the forest through the trees. I guess is that how that saying goes? Can't see the bigger picture. So anyhow, and I have some ideas in my head of what I wanted to have in certain areas, like tentative plans for the different areas of the layout. And there's a whole area above my head over there. It's a mess because I have stuff staged up there too because I was working underneath. I'm not sure what I'm going to do up there. To the right over here, get my hand to stretch far enough. Over here is where the intermodal starts. Intermodal takes up two friggin' walls, which sometimes I wish I didn't do that either. I love intermodal, but sometimes I almost wish I should maybe think I should cut it back a little bit. So, and that could be what happens. Hey, Chris, we gotta go home. Good morning to you. Well, before I get too far out of whack here, let me see if I can make this happen. How do I do that? Share screen. Maybe. Share. Okay. So, this is the flyer that Jenny made for the YouTuber meet and greet. See if I can get this to be full screen. There we go. I think. Maybe. That worked. So, June 27th and 28th. It's going to start in Marion the first day. It's Saturday. And then we'll go to Dessler the second day. So So, pretty cool flyer, YouTube meet and greet for anybody in the area or wants to travel. I think they're going to be staying in Findlay, and I can't remember the name of the hotel. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I know a little bit about the tech, but not a lot, and that's after a lot of like practice. I know you're more of an IT guy. Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire kind of like a Harbor Freight or something along those lines. Speaking of that, uh, so yeah. Anyways, I don't want to get too far off track. It should be a good time. I think they're staying in. Oh, cool. That'd be cool to see. This is auto. So yeah, we'd love to see you guys up here. Come hang out with us, Ohioans and Wisconsiners. I don't know how you say that. Yeah. Where are you guys staying at? I don't know why I can't get the hotel down. Uh, Princess Auto is like a Harbor Freight. Okay. Yeah, it is still the same distance from Vermont as it always has been. Is there a website for the meet and greet? I don't know that there is. Okay, I thought it was Finley. What's the name of that hotel you guys have all been booking at? I want to say Homewood Suites, but I don't think that's what it was. Yeah, Jenny did a real nice job on the little poster here. I'm sure we'll have more to come, but if you are thinking of coming, these are going to be the dates and the locations. Now, Marion has a really nice station. I don't know if they're going to have it open for us and everything. I think somebody said that they're going to have it open. Don't quote me on that. There's a tower there, the old switch tower. Like when they have their train shows there and open to the public days, that's all open and you can go up there and see the old switches, all the mechanisms and all that kind of stuff up in there. And then that old Erie Lackawanna, I think that's what that caboose is, E&L. I think they just repainted that a couple years ago. But the tracks go down three sides of that station. There's diamonds on both sides. It's a cool area. Usually the traffic's pretty good there. Deschler traffic's pretty good. Is there's a rail fan park there with like a gazebo and stuff. They have a like a portage on there, so there's a bathroom facility, which is nice for us old guys. We gotta always know where the bathrooms are at. Lawrence, Marlene Steele, looking forward to seeing the next bill. Good morning from Corey. All right. Morning to you. Country Internet Suites. There you go. So if you guys want to look at that, there's not, I don't think there's like a group rate or anything like that going on. I could be wrong. But I think that's where everybody's going to stay. It's going to be staying overnight. I don't know that I will stay overnight. It would be kind of fun, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm not sure I don't live that far that I couldn't like come and go. But it'd be kind of nice to hang out and you know. But like I said, I'm not super far. I think it's about a couple hours, 2.5, so I can stay fairly late. In June, it stays, light to what 9 or so, So we have that going for us, which would be nice. There's Andy. How you doing, Andy? Dwayne, how you doing, Dwayne? Hope you're feeling better and everything. 2037. Meet and greet. There you go. You're planning them out just like NMRA does, right? Let's see. Oh, well. Look who woke up. Oh, yeah, working on my printer. Nobody believes you, Curly. You slept in. We know it. Jihad's been declared on America for 47 years. They've been at war with us. We just haven't known it. Haven't paid attention to it enough to do anything about it. But I agree. Keep your head on a swivel. See something, say something. Be safe out there. Stay alert. Trust nothing or no one. Derek, what the hell's going on with you? Yawn. Oh my God, you guys. Day's half over. Slowly getting there. Cardiologist appointment on the 11th. I'll be thinking about you, man. Let me take this one down, and I want to say, I don't know if anybody has seen this yet. Possibly. You have. You'll find it. Here. That's that. I don't want to share the screen. Why is it doing that? Why did it do that? That ain't right. Stop sharing. It's blocking me for some reason. Oh, what's going on here? So that ain't right. I don't know why it's doing it. Because it said that I went to share the screen and it's telling me I can't. It like blocked me. Now I can't get back to. Um, doesn't figure. I feel like I'm in the dark. No, that's not it. I don't know what's happening there, man. I had no trouble sharing that other picture. Now I don't know what the heck is going on here. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to let me come back to screen. The browser blocked your screen. Click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access. The hell is that at? Oh, I'm a moron. There we go. Jesus. Hey, Kyle. What are you printing, Curly? Sorry about that. I've been paying attention because, no, it's just me. Stupid. Yeah, it's funny. That's a great movie, man. So's that one. Dave's not here, man. Yeah, it wouldn't be a morning brew if I didn't have some kind of dumb stuff happen. Hey, random state stuff. You came in at the best time when I was black screened. Well, I'm going to try one more time, see if I can share what I wanted to share. Ah, you dummy. I think I had it and then I lost it. All right, can you guys see that? There we go. Whew. Hey, Anthony. So yeah, I saw this yesterday. I'm probably behind, but that's pretty cool. CP and CN are doing tributes to America's 250th birthday, and I think CN did a little better job. But that is a screaming eagle, man. It's like the 101st. I'll tell you what. That's where my son was at first. That's a nice looking eagle. That locomotive in general, I love the way the flag's all wavy on it. CP did a nice job too. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. They say they'll be rolling those out soon if they're not already. I wonder who's going to make those first. I don't know what they are. Some kind of Gevo, I think. So I wouldn't put it past Scale Trains to do those. Or Athearn. Yeah, there. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of a pain in the heights, right? And if you have self-diagnosed OCD like I do, uh, you get to a point where you just feel like you have to be so precise, which isn't always a bad thing. I mean, things run better when it's more precise, but both are awesome, but I'm leaning more towards CP, KC. Um, yeah, I mean, they're both nice. And I think the CN's more flashy. You know what I mean? I think it'll look really sweet going down the rails. Um, Plus, I like CN. I have a bunch of CN locomotives, so that one I might pick up. I don't model any CP. CN, I just like their scheme. I don't know what it is about that black, red, and white. I just like it. I do have their veterans unit up there, the heritage unit for the EJ&E, and then I have a couple of their with the website on it, and then 100 CN on them. I got I got 6 CN locomotives now. I may downsize a little bit, honestly, guys. I don't run them that much. And maybe get rid of a couple. I'm going to call them doubles. I have 2 CN schemes and 2 CN with the 100 anniversary on it. Basically the same locomotive. So I mean that might be an option. We'll see. But I thought these were really cool, and I think that's really cool of Canada, these Canadian companies to honor our country's 250th anniversary. I think that's pretty cool. Always need more coffee, Curly. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really expect them to do that. And I thought it was really cool that they did. So kudos to them and their Canadian brothers up north there. I think that's just a nice gesture. So, as citizens, I think is awesome. I mean, politics aside, I've always looked at Canada as our close allies and friends and like brothers. You know what I mean? And in so many ways, the countries are pretty similar. As far as beliefs and religions and all that kind of thing, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I think it's just thought I'd show that. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm leaning a little more towards the CN, but I'm also more of a CN fan. I really dislike all this merging and stuff, the CPKC and this NSUP thing. I'm really not a fan of. I don't know. I haven't heard a whole lot more on what's going on with that. ET44, ES44. So either one, Kyle, scale trains can make. They have the molds for them. I don't feel like they make anything else. Like I wish they'd make some modern SD power, EMD power. Like they've already said they're not going to do any like 70 aces because Ather and other companies have done so many. But I'd love to see them do like an SD60 of some variety, or something along those lines. Um, there is just enough of a difference that I would want to own them for CSX. So, yeah, talking about the couplers there, yeah, for sure. Sometimes need to be the leader on their respective trains. I agree. And they probably will, especially for like their inaugural runs and that kind of thing. I don't know if they're actually on the rails yet. I kind of read the blurb, it was on Facebook or something. So didn't realize you were speaking to the 250th scheme. I thought you were talking about the day-to-day scheme. Yeah, I thought that was. I just saw that yesterday, so I don't know when that was actually posted, but yeah, Screaming Eagle, man. Well, these are not in production yet, as far as HO goes or model goes, as far as I know. But these were announced by these prospective companies, where they're going to be putting them out in 1-to-1 scale. Yeah, I don't have anything for Norfolk Southern, like their veterans unit, but I have the UP 1943 unit, the CN unit. I have the CSX veterans unit. I love those Canadian Pacific military and veterans units they did. Those are just freaking awesome. Again, I don't model CP, so it's a lot to get them. I mean, as a collector, I would love to have them, but you talking about scales? Yeah. Well, they have been kind of backdating a little bit to get those GP 40s and GP 30s. But now they're going way back. I need some. I need some modern EMD power. That's what I model. I know they put out some SD. I think they were SD like sevens and nines. So I mean, they're slowly getting. Obviously they got into CNS2 schemes. That's the only scheme I saw, but I'm not saying you're wrong. Hey, Brad. Oh, I'd be interested to see what the other one is. I have to go and look that up. Hey, Rick. I appreciate it, buddy. No, well, thank you for your service. Yeah, I love that unit. That looks so cool. It looks like the hull of a ship. They did a nice job on all those. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Hey, Bernard. Yeah. Okay, Andy. Yeah, I'm going to be clicking out of here now, too. Yeah. I mean, they've definitely added a lot. The problem is it's like with pre-ordering everything. Yeah. Yeah, that one's really cool. Um, their Navy unit for CP. I think it did a good job on all of them. I think the Air Force one, it's got the striped wings like they had from the airfields in Europe during the Second World War, and white and black stripes like a lot of the bombers had on them. Yeah, because you were in the Navy, right? Thank you for your service. All you guys were in the military. That's something I always regretted. Cadillacs rule the world. Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. Especially when it comes to the locomotives. And even a lot of the freight cars now, like anything that's kind of more of a special scheme, they're doing to the rivet counter, which again, I think they're missing the whole market because I don't usually buy overly detailed freight cars. The locomotives, I like the details with the freight cars because you handle them so much. I'd rather there not be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere, Anthony. They come out and said they weren't going to do any SD70s and stuff like that because there's so many other companies that do it. Hey, good morning, Aaron. You're talking about on the CPKC? You're talking about the CP, their veterans units, military units. No, I haven't read or seen anything only because like I just saw this yesterday after work. I was kind of scrolling a little bit. So, hey, Wesley, good morning to you. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong, Kyle, but I don't model those eyeballs. So for me personally, which is all I can speak on, is what I would like to see. Like I would love to see somebody do that um, Operation Lifesaver locomotive that CSX put out, but I think that's an SD70. So Scout Trains won't do it because they don't have the tooling for it. Yeah, I don't know if Athearn or anybody's done it. And I'm kind of leaning towards one type of locomotive as far as brand because they play nice together and I don't have to mess with them. And plus, they're really great quality and they look great. Now, I'm not saying I won't do others. I have other companies. I've never thought that Athearn's quality was that good. I shouldn't say that. I guess. I don't think they pull as good. The ones I have, anyways. Anyways, I thought that was cool, so I wanted to just share it with you. And there we go. I figured that out how to do that now. It takes me a while, guys. What can I say? But also, you got to remember, those locomotives you're talking about have been made for years and years. I mean, yeah, they're older companies, they're older runs and stuff, but those locomotives have been around forever. So a lot of companies, the old Athearn Blue Boxes and Atlas and so on, have made a lot of those Jeeps and older stuff. I'd love to see them do a Jeep CSX GP 40-3 with the safety cab, the square cab, and everything on it, because they're still out there running the yards and stuff. And I think I'd like to have a couple of those. I think it'd be pretty cool. Will they do it? I don't know. They did a SD4 or a GP40. I don't know if that would ever be modified to a more modern version. And CSX, I think, is the only one that really did that safety cab in that SD40 -2/3. I don't know. I'm really not that versed on these things. I was talking to the one guy at the club. I think it was, damn, who's the presidente? Shoot, I want to say Blythestone, but that's not his name. Anyways, hey, there's Jimmy. That's Jimmy tonight, 6 p.m. Sidetrack, not sidetrack. Short line Thursday. Jesus, sidetrack Sundays on Sunday at 8 p.m. I believe. That's what I was saying to him. And the club model is like 1950, so the transition era, 50-ish. So that's another thing that I'm kind of looking forward to with potentially joining this club is that I will get to go backwards in time and model like an earlier era. Because originally, when I first started the old layout, my plan was to do transition era because I wanted to run some steam and diesel together. All right, Dan, thanks for popping in. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I know I said it already. We got it off with a return look. Okay. So I think that'll be kind of fun for me. I don't know if I have anything really old enough to run on that layout. I think the oldest diesel I have is my RS3 or maybe a Jeep 7 that I have. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Boy, that would be sharp, man. That would be sharp. I would actually have to get that, I think. Yeah, I don't know if CSX would do anything like that or not. It'd be nice. They'd probably still fuck it up. Excuse my language. Sorry. Still mess it up and do that goofy nose on it and everything. So again, I'm glad I did heritage units. I wish they would have just painted the whole locomotive and not did it the way they did, but that's a whole other argument. I agree and disagree. They need to do a trifecta unit featuring Army, Navy, and Marines. We'll do 3 different units. Kind of like CP did. Do a bunch of different units. Or just do a 250th and you do just a bunch of landmarks, like Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial, what do you call it, Mount Rushmore, just some different things celebrating our country. Do like Independence Hall from Philadelphia, stuff like that. I disagree and agree. I don't hate them, but I think they should have just went 100% like NS did and did the whole locomotive. But I still like them. Sure beats those little stickers they had on there before. The Heritage Heralds. Damn sure better than the BNSF unit. Machine gun. Everyone you missed. Yeah. Same here, man. I'm more partial to the Army. And who the hell wouldn't want to see an Abrams on the side of anything, man? That shit's just beautiful. A beautiful machine. And boy, those B-2 bombers. I mean, I know it's not Army, but my God. They had no idea that was coming. I can't believe they fly those things all the way from Missouri and they turn around and come back. I think they'd have a base they could fly out of over there. I know all those defense systems were built by Russia and China that Iran and Venezuela were using, and they got to be looking at each other like, oh, God, what are we going to do about that? Because none of that worked. None of that worked. All right, man. We'll see you later, Lee. Maybe I'll see you guys tonight on Jim Tedesco's channel, Millennium County Railroad. Yeah, all my sons in the Army as well. And I had cousins that were in the Navy. Hey, Scott, Waycross, Train Spotter. Yeah, we're starting to warm up a little bit here. Not 80, but it's getting a little bit warmer. 40s and 50s. So for us, that's good. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys popping in. Let's see, this is the first. This is the first Tuesday. No, man, I missed Soundtrack Tuesday on Tuesday. Oh, son of a bitch. So yeah, this coming Tuesday will be Steve Childers, and that is on the 10th. So catch him on the 10th. I know he does his Friday morning show as well. So I will talk to you guys next time. I'll see you next Thursday morning. And have a great weekend. Stay safe. Happy modeling. And bye for now.